course, all of these authoritarian regimes, like Russia, like North Korea or Iran, all of them, they come with a certain tinge of irony. For example, not long ago, Putin has questioned the provisions of atacams to the Ukrainian army. He spoke, I quote, that this is not a move done by a winning side, a side that's winning a war. Which is very interesting, because before that point, Putin refused to admit that there was a war going on in Ukraine. And in fact, anybody who would even mention the situation in Ukraine as a war would go to jail in Russia. So, by his own rules, perhaps Putin should go to jail himself. But of course, rules for thee, but not for me. That is what we see in these terrorist regimes. That is how they rule their population. Because their guns are mostly pointed not to abroad, but within their own people. For any kind of insurrection to be put down with brutal force. That is what the Russian terrorist regime wants to do to any country or any people, even within Russia, who might speak against them, who might oppose them, who might want to have an idea of separation. Like the Chechens, for example, whose capital was leveled to the ground by the Russian terrorist regime. That should have been the first big red flag of Vladimir Putin's rule over Russia. But unfortunately, the world was sleeping. The world did not care. The world did not care when Georgia got invaded. The world did not care when Ukraine got invaded in 2014. This situation only started getting proper coverage at the second full-scale invasion of Ukraine by the Russian terrorist regime. That is when suddenly a lot of these apologists woke up and they realized that no, indeed, we cannot appease a terrorist regime like Russia. Indeed, if we simply throw them more and more territories, it is not going to encourage them to stop invading more countries in their periphery.